Hello, everybody, indeed. Welcome to Never Not Funny. This is episode 1315. My name is Jimmy Pardo. We are starting a little bit late today, and I know that doesn't affect your lives at all, but I want to apologize on air to my co-workers here, Matt and Elliot and Garen. You guys were here on time like respectful gentlemen, and although I don't know why there was technical difficulties then on Elliot's part.
We were gabbing, you know.
And it was something that I couldn't have anticipated would happen until I hit record.
All right, well, listen, tech trouble notwithstanding, we're here. I had one of those days where I had a contractor come over this morning, a gentleman, to give me an estimate on a couple of pieces of business around my home. And he came at 9:30. He was gone by 10. I then had a lot of time. And it was one of those things where it's like, oh, I have a lot of time.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it's like, fuck, it's 11:30. You know, it's like, and then I got to hop in. And I usually leave at 11:45 to get here in 45 minutes. It usually takes about 35 to 40 to get here. And is that our guest?
Nope.
So then I left a little late today, and it was one of those things where if everything went right, I would have been here on time, and nothing went right.
You just hit a little traffic.
Not even traffic. I don't know what it is. I mean, like if you have the Sigler thing, you can see it. I mean, it's the 101 is now backed up all the way onto the 405 for some reason, and then I got off at Van Nuys, took it down, and then Van Nuys was, everybody else had the same idea. At any rate, I'm doing an episode of the Californians, and nobody gives a shit about the traffic in Los Angeles. Anyhow, welcome to the program, episode 1315. We'll go around the horn. In case anybody's curious, yes, if you have Sprezzatura, I'm wearing the Paul Young t-shirt I refer to on there. This is the one. This is out. Elliot, I'll move this out of your way. Take a look at that. This is from 1983.
Okay.
This shirt. First time worn. It was brand new when I received it via eBay. Brand new.
Nice. Never
worn. I washed it to shrink it down because it's a little big.
Yeah.
And I shrunk it the best I can. Hot water. And agua caliente.
Hot water, hot dryer.
Yeah, I threw the heat. I went hot.
Gotta go hot.
I went hot. I put a little Buster Poindexter into this thing.
You were feeling hot.
Hot. Anyway, this is it. This is the Paul Young shirt I've been looking for since I bought it for $10 at the Cabaret Metro. When it was me, Daver, Daver's girlfriend at the time, Mary, and whose last name I couldn't pull right now, for $7,000. And
was it Mary Hart?
That's it. Thank you. She went on to host Entertainment Tonight. Yeah, that's exactly her. Thank you. I couldn't think of her name.
Fantastic.
It was the three of us and maybe 70 other people at the Paul Young show. Nobody was there. He had not become Paul Young yet.
I don't really know who that is still.
He had the song "Every Time You Go Away," which was, the number one smash in the summer of '85.
Okay, I remember that song.
He was then playing arenas. He went from playing this Cabaret Metro to 75 people, where I saw Wire Train. I saw a lot of small bands. I saw the Replacements.
Yeah.
That's where that was the alternative.
Yeah.
Small club bands coming up.
The Replacements are from Chicago, is that right?
I believe they are. I don't know the history on them, but they, they're still very big in the alt world. Everybody reveres them as one of the.
Yeah, people were really excited that. Well, at least Brian Stack was very excited that they got back together.
Brian Stack was very excited.
He's a huge fan, apparently.
Yes, a lot of Facebook posting from Mr. Stack about the Replacements reunion show.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw them with K. Paul Boyev and Daver. I want to say Mary was also there, and I think Paul got elbowed in the eye in a mosh pit at that show. I believe.
Wow,
I didn't, because pussy stays in the back.
That's for the Replacements.
Yeah.
Still, that's an early mosh pit.
Mid-'80s?
Oh, I guess that's
that's what the punk scene was doing.
Yeah,
and Cabaret Metro had the punk goth vibe to it. That's what that was. And then downstairs was a place called Smart Bar that you went to and you hung out, tried to do a girl in the bathroom. It had that vibe to it. And I never did. Let's be very clear. I never did. I was fucked by a man in that bathroom. And that man was from the Replacements. Now, that's for humor and satire. I will not be sued for what I just said.
You didn't say which member.
They all did it. That's why they had the reunion.
Oh.
It was Elliot, I'm doing a fucking riff. The last thing I need is for you to clunk it up. I already have road rage that I'm keeping in check by trying to be calmer these days.
I appreciate that.
Oh, he's on
mic now. Do you think
that's
fucking helping? Do you think you being louder in my ears is going to help the matter?
I was just trying to show my appreciation.
Shut up! Damn it! Oh, if I had a microphone like the old days, you would right now be pulling foam out of your fucking nose. You understand me? I would have thrown it at you, and it would have hit you spot on because I wouldn't have missed like I did with Pat and Matt. I missed that day. Let's be very clear. I went here. They were there. I went here.
Specifically.
You, let me tell you something. If you were there that day, you would have been hit by that mmicrophone.
Ouch. That would not.
I had to avoid Andrew J. Koenig.
Yeah, I thought it was a warning shot. You were like firing a warning shot across our bow.
I didn't know what I was. All I know is I didn't want to hit anybody with it because then I would have been I already was the Looney Tune, even though you two guys were being the biggest fucking pains in the asses in the history. The two of you that day, this guy can't even come close to how annoying the two of you were that day. And by the way, I get a lot of emails from people saying that they've seen the shirt, they know reference to "That's on You, Man," that they've gone back and they've heard that episode and they went, I didn't realize it at the time, but man, you were very patient that day. It's like, yes, I was. I'm perfect. Now, I brought in a piece of mail that the mailman handed to me as I was leaving. This is from La Paz County Landfill in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Okay?
Okay.
It's addressed to James Pardo.
All right.
Paido. I'm not going to tell you my address, but this is address to Enke Place. Ennke. You know, I don't live there.
Nope.
I don't live on Enke Place. In fact, look that up, Garen. See if that's a real address. Ennke Place. Is that anywhere? Is that anywhere?
Whoa.
Where's it at?
This language, it looks like Russian.
Okay, well, somehow it got to me. Well, it does have the right city and zip. Let's find out what it is.
All right.
Let's find out what. Oh,
exciting!
Look at that. Can we agree that looks a little contracting?
Does look like a contract, yeah.
Let's agree on that, huh? Let's find out what this is together, Matt. This goes to Mr. Pardo. James Pardo.
It almost looks like a receipt.
Oh, it is. How the fuck did this get to me? You know what? I had this work done. This is accurate. What? I did. Oh, I see what happens. Okay, so they took some asbestos out of my house, and then I guess they put it in a landfill, and then you have to get verification that it went to them. Is that what this is? I guess. All right. Well, that wasn't as much fun as I thought it was going to be. I just love the idea that everything was wrong about it, but it still got me.
You. Yeah, that's crazy.
And I was just curious to see what it was, but no, this is legit. Yeah, you know what? When we moved into our house, we had the asbestos removed. And it turns out there's a little area. You got my signature on it right there, by the way. This is 100% accurate.
Okay. Very well.
What
you were really revving up to go off on whoever. What moron sent this? This wasn't even supposed to get. Oh, I apologize.
You were hoping it was an estate letter or something. Right?
I don't know what I was hoping for, Elliot. Well, I know one thing. I was hoping you weren't going to comment on it. That's always on the table. Rudy Perez did sign off on this, guys, as did Juan somebody. A lot of Hispanics involved with this project. Maybe that's why they thought it was Pardo, because I don't know why. That makes no sense. Pardo's a Spanish name. Yeah. Anyway, when we first moved in, we had the asbestos all removed and the ducts replaced in our attic because then you can't move in.
Right.
The contracts can't sell you the house until that's all done. And then when we just had the AC replaced, they
found a little more.
They found a 10-foot stretch.
Oh boy!
That the initial team didn't do, and the air conditioner guy said they probably didn't do it because it's really hard to get in there. It's hard to cross, so they probably just blew it off. Mm-hmm. But what that means is for an entire 10-foot stretch, which is basically a room, it's our office, that back office in our house, I was breathing asbestos in my home for 4 years.
Jeez.
Right? So I wonder if I have a lawsuit? Turn them off. Turn them the fuck off. I'm not kidding around. I don't know what's happening over there today. I don't know if me being tardy made you think it was the Elliot and Matt show. I don't know if you thought you were going to have to sit in, and now you're disappointed that you're not, and you're picking it up. But shut it down. No, if you're going to talk, turn it on.
It is.
I turned it down.
You turned it. Okay, I don't know what's what. I don't know. Did we talk about me having a pedal at some point to control this?
Yeah.
Did we? Didn't I say that's a horrible idea?
Yes.
Well, yeah, it didn't really work.
The pedal wasn't that good.
Did we or did we not talk about putting the pedal to the metal? Did that not come up in conversation?
That was also discussed.
All right, now listen.
I was just empathizing with you. That's all, sir.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I don't know if you're doing a bit now. I don't know if I love what you're doing. That's not to say do it more. But I somehow want to give you a little bit of credit because you're doing it at the perfect time to make me angry.
Yeah.
Right? We can agree on that. Timing is perfect. I think we can both agree. We know from history he never has it.
Yeah. But he does have a knack for interrupting you at exactly.
He does. There's
the
no
worst
doubt about
moment.
that. There is no doubt about that. It's like, I give the announcement every night at Conan O'Brien. It's one of the 3 that I have to do. Turn off your cell phones, turn off your cameras, and don't yell out during the show. And I try to make that a little bit amusing. And please, it's a little bit amusing where I say don't yell out, while it might be neat when you're watching the show back with your friends to brag about how you're the person that ruined it by yelling out, I love you, Coco, right over a punchline. Let's not do that, folks. Because what ends up happening whenever somebody does yell, it's always over the punchline. So then I just, I figured let's be very clear. When he starts his monologue, shut your fucking traps. Huh? The king is speaking. Let's use that in here. The king is in his throne. My chair, let's be very clear. Look around. Is this chair like that one?
No.
Is my chair like yours? Is it like
Not really.
Is it like our guest? Is it like Matt's? Is it like the couch that Garen is lounging on? This is the throne in this room.
Understood.
I'm the king. I'm wearing a shirt today that says Paul Young and the Royal Family. Now, is that fortuitous? Yes, that I'm wearing this. Royalty today. And I will be treated as such. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Highness.
Does anybody like this riff? Did anybody enjoy this? Because I am. I am enjoying it. I like it.
What is wrong with your mic stand? Just leave it alone.
I know somebody fiddles with it when I'm not here.
It's not true.
I am up. Here's what happened. Here's what happened today. They did not have the zero carbonation.
Monster vitamin water.
No, half and half. The what am I drinking?
The Arnold Palmer.
The tea and lemonade. They didn't have it. I'm out at the house. I didn't have a chance to go and get it. We went to Disneyland yesterday. You know that because I was emailing you yesterday on an off day because we have stuff going on in our lives, and which we'll talk about privately. All right. So mind your business, listener. So I didn't have a chance to go to the Ralph's and get my 99-cent jumbo can for 88 cents. That's what I like about Ralph's. They knock it down 11 cents. I'm very happy about that. So I had to go to the 7-Eleven this morning and get one. And they only had the low or whatever.
Just drink it.
What?
You're running 10
No, I did.
miles. Oh, you did?
No, I did. My point is I drank it.
Oh.
But there's sugar in it.
Oh, now you're amped up.
I'm all jazzed up.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you were off kilter because you didn't have it.
No, I would have had I've become addicted to these things. Admittedly, I'm addicted to them, and they go down easier in the morning than a Coke Zero. I still love my Coke Zero, but it just goes down easier. It's lemonade and tea.
No carbonation. Yeah, it's a smooth sip.
It's smooth sailing, baby. Smooth sip. So yeah, I'm a little hyped up on.
Got it.
A little sugary today. A little sugar in addition to the caffeine that's in the tea.
Right. That's a lot.
Yeah. So usually it's a 12-ounce can of your Coke Zero or this the giant thing, but it's half tea, half lemonade.
Yeah.
But then you throw the cigar in there, and I am flying high. Is that our guest?
No, I'm wondering where he is.
Well, I'm gonna if I have to blame anybody, I'm gonna blame you.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that you somehow didn't send him the correct email. Or the correct,
here he is.
Oh, he's here. All right. Greg Proops is going to be joining us in just a half a second here. He's probably outside getting his British accent ready. Right? Is he here?
Yeah, but he's calling. Hey, Greg.
What's going on? We all understand we're not on the air, right?
Yeah, but he needs to come. Are you outside? Yeah, just hit 104.
Why is that happening? Why is this happening on the air? Send the intern. This kid, I don't know what Garen does in the first place. The one chore we could have him do is go and get our guest.
Yeah.
And now we're going to play this game where you pick up the telephone and you talk to him?
Well, I didn't see any other solution. He obviously didn't understand what was happening because he called my cell instead of just buzzing.
Yeah, that is a little. So it's kind of on him, right?
But now he is buzzing.
Oh, now he's
because I told him to. I didn't foresee that happening. Somehow I didn't realize. I put my phone away as if he's not about to just do the thing that buzzes the door.
Did Garen take the long way in? Is that what happened?
I don't know.
Sit. I don't know how you run your show, but during mine, you come in and you sit down. Know something, Proops. I'm on the warpath today. I am hyped up on sugar and caffeine. I'm mad at the goddamn world today. Nobody's done anything wrong to me. This poor guy who had sympathy for me, and I lashed out at him. So understand something. This may not be the best day for you to be here. But know this, and I tell you this all the time, and I'll tell you this before you're officially on the air. You're one of my favorite people in the world. Right? Don't I always tell you?
Yep.
Who is it? It's Dave Holmes, Greg Proops, Greg Barrett. There's people that, and listen, that's going to sound insulting to other people, but there's certain people where they come into the room, they make me happy, they make me smile. This guy's one of them. So if this guy can't turn it around, you're all fucked. You understand me? If this guy can't turn it around today, if he can't fix my mood, which, by the way, was fantastic before I walked into this fucking toilet. Nobody can do it. Oh, maybe Barrett or Holmes. But he's one of the three, right? Let's go around the horn.
Okay.
Let's talk. I love when you do the character of you're afraid of the boss. you're going to walk on eggshells. You're going to, okay, very good, whatever you need. I don't know who it reminds me of. It reminds me of a television character, and I'm just not sure which one.
I don't know.
All right, well, let's keep the top of the show tight today. It's my fault. I'm late today. What I do when I make mistakes is I lash out at others to make them feel bad about themselves. So then we're on equal footing.
Right. Everyone's equal.
It's a horrible comparison is when I was a teenager and I smashed my car. And what I chose to do was just sleep, thinking my parents wouldn't see it. Like if I was in bed laying down sleeping, the conversation would never happen.
Right.
Like I would never like I would wake up and it would somehow the fairies would. So it's the same as that. It's again horrible analogy. Horrible, not even similar in comparison. Smash the car, go to sleep, and then Jim, anything you want to tell us? I don't know. What's going on? Oh yeah, the car. By the way, it's 4 p.m. Why am I sleeping? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
That's an instinct. I think animals have that instinct. At least I have that instinct. If I'm nervous or I'm afraid, I get tired. Like my body wants to go to sleep to avoid whatever the thing is that I'm nervous about.
I think it's. By the way, this was New Year's Day. I want to say 84 into 85. I want to say that could be 85 and 86, but that doesn't sound right to me.
Was Paul Young involved?
No, Paul Young was busy living with the love of the common people.
Okay.
I told him, you come back and stay for good next time. I can do more. You don't know any of them.
I just know the one. I just know that one.
Every time you go away, right? And I'm going to tear this playhouse down. Okay, all right. You brought him up.
Well, you wore the shirt.
But the story was 84 and 85, baby. This is that would have been a different Paul Young shirt. Which, by the way, don't think I don't own it.
Okay.
I got it. I can't speak for our guest. I won't even pretend to. He's in his head right now figuring out a way to get out of this.
Surely.
Looks good, too. Doesn't our guest look good? Always looks good. Looks fantastic today. I spoke about him. I was at a wedding on Saturday night. His name came up. All positive, of course. All positive. Matt Weinhold and KP Anderson. And I was actually telling Danielle, I was telling her the story about what we were saying, all positive, because it was coincidental that you were doing the podcast, but I don't remember how it came up. I don't remember why this band's name came up. But it did. We were at a wedding. We were at our friend Danielle Fischel's wedding. Oh, yeah. Danielle was at at our second podcastathon, and she was there. Ben Savage was also there from Boy Meets World.
Nice.
And then I think the celebrity drop-off was down to me. So if any paparazzi was hoping to get some good snapshots, probably not going to happen at that wedding. Then, oddly enough, the other guy, Ryder Strong from Boy Meets World, he got married the next day.
Oh.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, a little bit.
That they would get married on the same weekend? That's something we could agree on?
And they weren't at each other's weddings. Well, I guess.
No, one happened, I think, up in Tahoe, Lake Tahoe, I think.
Yeah.
No, Portland, Oregon. It was up in Oregon.
And I assume Danielle Fischel got
right
married
here in Los Angeles.
Topanga Canyon.
That's a nice piece of business. God damn it, I wish I would have let it happen. That was nice. That was nice. So nice. I'm going to let you go out on that laugh because that was a good piece of business. We'll be back with Greg Proops right after this.
Don't forget, our YouTube channel, youtube.com/podcast, has clips from every episode, and it has the full Patton Oswalt episode in video. So check that out, youtube.com/podcast. Don't forget to like it, rate it, comment, and enjoy it.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the program, episode 1315. Let's go around the room. Let's talk about what's happening here today. I'm in a great mood. We know that. We know I'm doing wonderfully. The break, I lashed out at Garen, and then I had to remind myself I'm not on the air and maybe treat him like a human being as opposed to a character on a program. That was on me, Garen. I apologize to you publicly.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, Garen. Doing a great job over there on Facebook.
Thank you, sir.
I think we all assume that you stay in character much like a Robert De Niro.
Like a Day-Lewis, like a DJL?
Like it doesn't faze anyone that you're doing that.
Is his last name Day-Lewis or is his middle name Day?
It's a great question.
His name's Day-Lewis.
So it's Dan.
With a hyphen, yeah.
It's Daniel.
Like people are named in England, Lindsay Hogg or whatever. They have like a hyphen in the middle of their name.
Yeah.
There's a cul-de-sac in the middle of their name.
Well, we don't like that here in the States, but you love it because you insist on pretending you're British.
Oh, and gay.
Love it. That's the type of comedy I like. All right, let's go around the room. Garrett from the popculturebeast.com. Garen Cockrell. Hello, Garen.
Hello, sir.
Garen, now what's going on over there at the Pop Culture Beast? You guys are doing what? The 30 days of, I thought 31 days of Halloween or something?
31 days of Screamoween.
Oh, Christ.
I didn't name it.
Well, then you run the website.
It's a long story. The people we're working with used it for something else, so we
Screamoween?
We was going to be 31 days of Scream Factory, but
Scream Factory that's
the company that we're reviewing all their movies for.
All right,
they're great.
And you're doing one a day.
One a day.
And so today's the 19th, and the episode comes out in a few days, but today's the 19th. What are we reviewing today?
I think it's They Live.
They Live. Anybody?
Love it.
Really?
Yeah, Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
It was like his first leading role, I think, right?
Yep.
It's awesome. It's a great movie.
I'm wearing the glasses right now.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
How do you
can see
all
the
know
aliens.
this movie?
I saw it in the drive-in when it came out in 88?
Somewhere around there.
91?
Garen might know. Was it 88?
What year?
It was 80s.
Yeah, late 80s.
Oh, if only you had a computer in front of you to look it up, Garen.
Only he can see that aliens live amongst us, but
Yeah.
no one will believe him that the aliens have infested Earth.
So he just looks like a crazy person.
Yes. Well, it's Roddy Piper, so acting's, like we're talking on the Hulk Hogan vitamin advertising
Right.
level of acting.
Yeah.
So, but you guys you all enjoyed this movie.
Yes,
I did
yes,
enjoy it a
yes.
lot, yeah.
And I still reference it on stage, and it gets huge laughs.
Jesus Christ, how do I not know about
I
it?
don't know. It's
Watch
one
it.
of those movies.
It's like a B movie, but it's a good B movie.
Yeah.
It's not my. There's alien. I like aliens. There's no zombies in this thing.
The aliens are disguised as humans. They look like humans to everyone,
Right.
but when he puts these sunglasses on, he sees through the disguise and sees their actual
sees that
alien
they're
form.
aliens.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my crappy joke is, but it's something like I go there and I have the special glasses, so I see the people like that movie with Roddy Piper. That's all I say, and people go, "Oh my god!" Because everybody remembers They Live.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I love references like that where you're able to just sneak them in. You look like a genius. 18 people love it.
Yeah.
And you move on, right?
Right. And like, who would know? First of all, is Roddy Piper even a thing anymore?
He's a comedian.
Is he?
Is that true?
Yeah, he's I don't know if he still is, but he was doing comedy.
Wow.
And he may have a podcast. He's got something
I bet
going
he
on.
does. I bet he does.
It's pretty safe to say, right? Could we just really just say
assume he has
blank
it.
has a podcast?
Right, if he's-
And he's a comedian. Yeah.
and we
he's
hit
doing
a,
comedy.
and he's,
Right.
and he hit a nail on the what do we got?
He's playing Jessica Hahn's Club with Barbara Booey.
Jessica Hahn has a club. Remember, she was important. Why did Sam Kinison indulge her? Right? I blame him.
Giant gazongas.
I was gonna say for
That's all it was.
You think he banged her? You think Sam banged her?
to be sure.
I hope so.
And when you're in the thrall of the demon drugs, almost any decision seems like a good decision.
You're right. Okay.
She had those,
And she was hot at the time. She did a Playboy thing.
She was hot.
she was in that horrible music video he made.
Oh my God, that's right.
Love Stinks, was it?
Yeah,
Wild
yeah,
Thing.
yeah, yeah.
A
Wild
Wild
Thing.
Thing, yeah.
Remember, didn't he walk around with Panthers for a while? Oh no, the girls. He walked with the girls around leads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's a comedian.
That's, not
Always
offensive
funny.
at all.
Always funny.
Always funny.
Let's so that I'm not sent hate emails. His appearance on that Young Comedian special, though, I think is in the top 5 funniest 10-minute sets of comedy.
It totally launched his career.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
he was a
sad.
funny guy.
Yeah.
He was a funny guy. But the videos were hilarious. I mean, that was when he was just, trying to be a rock
He
star.
became a rock star.
Yeah. A short rock star with a beret.
A short, chubby.
Yeah.
He was always like Paul Dooley in a beret, singing Wild Thing and then doing jokes.
I did like the Sinead O'Connor parody video. That one was good because there was the one where she was dancing around in her video, and then he did a video where he did her exact moves. But
I did not see that one.
because it was when Sinead was at the apex of her insanity, and like there was the tearing up the Pope picture or whatever.
By the way, I have nothing but respect for Sinead O'Connor in this day and age. I know everybody's out there wanting her to, Miley's fans want her to die. I think it's ridiculous. She tried to help that young lady.
Right.
And that young lady made her look the fool.
I didn't know, but I didn't hear about the backlash. I did see that letter.
Oh, lots of. She wrote 4 letters.
Oh.
Wait,
Whoops.
there may be more than 4 at this point.
Yeah,
my
Sinead's
God.
crazy. She's the person who calls you 30 times to remind you we're meeting tomorrow.
You know what? That's a great, like that's kind of crazy, but that's not what Miley said. Miley just went, she's nuts. I don't pay.
Yeah.
But you're right. You know what she is? She's when the boyfriend girlfriend get in a fight. And I'll just talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah,
then you call back a minute later. I think we should talk now. I said we talk tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, click.
Yeah.
You don't think we can talk right now?
Yeah.
That's what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's doing that to Miley Cyrus via the internet because Miley won't return her phone calls.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, Miley's not the. I mean, Sinead shaved her head and acted like a lunatic. No one wrote her a letter in 1988.
But she said, I wish somebody would have.
Yeah, did she?
That's what she says. I wish that
She had emotional problems.
She says that as well.
Yeah.
She also, like a year or two ago, tried to find a boyfriend on the internet as Sinead O'Connor. Like she put it out there to the world. She's like,
Did she really?
I'm interested in dating. Here's how to get in touch. And it was like a crazy thing.
And then didn't she bail on that like a week in? Like she went,
yeah.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Yes, and if you wish me to move to your country, I'll be glad to leave Yakutsk, and you may own me if you want.
Yeah,
Many functions do I perform, including cleaning. Wow.
Nothing compares to you.
Yeah.
It's a nice song.
It's a great
Can't be mad at
rendition.
that song. She did a great.
She was cute as a button, but I always thought the guys that were attracted to her, and forgive me for this because I adore Fiona Apple and she's a lovely person, but the guys that are attracted to her are the kind of guys that are attracted to Fiona Apple. Like, you're Hamlet. You love Ophelia. That's who you love. You want Ophelia. You want the girl who comes into the room and you're like, where are your shoes? And they're like, I had them when I left. These are violets. Okay. There's always those girls,
Yeah.
Well, I cut myself. I think it was an accident. Were you awake? I don't know. All right. Now I feel sad, and then later they sing really well.
She does. They both.
They're beautiful singers. Yeah.
Who was it? Avril Lavigne? Is that who you said the first one?
Avril Lavigne. Yeah. She was the skater.
I was thinking of Fiona Apple.
He was Fiona Apple. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Wait, what did I say?
Because Fiona Apple is quite tiny and sometimes like hides under the piano and whatnot.
Yeah, she's
But I know
cuckoo.
her and I've worked with her a million times, and she's always been a love shack every time I've ever. But she is.
But cuckoo, right?
Oh yeah, she's out there.
What about Avril Lavigne? Is she cool? Since that's who I thought you said 9 times.
She wanted a skater boy.
I know that.
And then she said, "I'll see you later, boy."
Right.
And she spelled it with an 8.
Yeah.
Which is really
down,
yeah,
right?
yeah, boo.
Yeah. Jimmy's not going to listen to that.
And also,
boy.
like 18 years after, that would have been acceptable at all. It was in like 2009 that she did that.
Right. It was like indie.re or whatever. With like, really?
I have no problem with Nothing Compares to You.
Yeah, to
Yet
you.
Skater Boy infuriates me.
Yeah.
It's because Prince earned that. Like Prince did so much. It's like you just let him have that weird thing that he always does with writing.
Have you heard his new song, Late for Breakfast?
No, I haven't. No, not so good.
In my opinion, no.
No.
I'm sure other people like it, but I like things others do.
But he was doing the 2s and the U's and the 4s in the 80s. Like even
got it, yeah.
dig if you will.
Right.
I picked and all that.
I will die for you.
for you.
And I think the I was an I.
Yeah, no, it was an I.
It was
Yes,
an I,
it was
like
an
an
I. Yeah,
eyeball.
Yeah.
And there was a whole choreographed thing for it too. Yeah, you could like sign language it.
And then Hammer ripped it off by too legit to quit.
Yeah, that was a goodie.
That was a goodie.
That was a goodie.
You've got to hit when you can sign it.
Oh yeah, that's true. We should make our jokes more explanatory, like that movie with Roddy Piper.
What's the countdown, by the way? When does Hammer show up on Arsenio's talk show? What's the?
Oh my God, it hasn't happened yet.
Soon?
When's that gonna? Because that's it, that they're happening. They're going, and eventually
Will there be a Belle Biv DeVoe reunion? Perhaps a little tonems.
Hey guys, Matt here with some dates for you. Greg Proops is on Twitter at Greg Proops. His podcast, The Smartest Man in the World, is on iTunes. He is also doing his Greg Proops Film Club at Cinefamily on October 30th. He's showing Eyes Without a Face with a little preface beforehand. And he's doing The Smartest Man show live at Bar Lubitsch in West Hollywood on November 6th. Jimmy Pardo is going to be at Zany's in Chicago November 1st and Zany's Rosemont November 2nd. He is going to be in Cap City, Austin, Texas, December 6th and 7th, and on December 8th, Never Not Funny Live. That means Pat and I will be there for a matinee show on Sunday the 8th. Get your tickets at the Cap City website or go to jimmypardo.com for all his dates and ticket links. Enjoy.
To see this whole episode or for more great content with comedian Jimmy Pardo, head over to Pardcast.com. Don't forget to share, rate, and subscribe.